Hello and welcome to a very special edition of the Weekly Blend. This is Heidi Ellsworth.
I'm Karen Edwards.
And we have a special guest. This Weekly Blend is being sponsored by MetalForming, and we have Ken McLauchlan here to share some exciting news. Ken, welcome to the Weekly Blend.
Heidi, how are you? We're super excited to be the first people on this. Thanks for letting us be part of this.
You are our first sponsors for the Weekly Blend. It couldn't be anyone better as far as I'm concerned, and especially with all the exciting news for next week's MetalCon.
Exactly. We're really geared up. We're all excited. Everybody's getting ready for travel and all the equipment's on the way.
We saw that in the video. Karen, did you see that video? That was pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah. We've been teasing a little bit of what's going to be happening next week. Ken, what can you tell us?
Well, there's still a lot of secrets. We can't tell you a bunch because there's a big unveiling on the first day at 11 o'clock at our booth. We want everybody to show up at booth 4031 for. The equipment was here, all loaded on the trucks and then shipped out. And we're really excited about what this is going to do for the industry. But not only the roofing industry, but the distribution industry. It is truly a game changer in our market. And we're super excited to be able to premiere it at MetalCon.
I have to tell you, we are very honored that you're sharing all of this with us and Metal Coffee Shop and Roofers Coffee Shop, because Karen and I love technology innovation. We're all over it. And so this is, I can't wait to be there at 11 o'clock, cameras rolling with a big reveal.
Yeah, we're super excited about that part. We as a team got to spend a week with our partners going over everything, looking at everything. And as excited as I was prior to it, I was more excited after, which is rare because usually I get at the point I'm like, I don't know if this is a great thing, but I am super excited about what this is going to do and the markets is going to open up and just how much more it's going to allow our customers to truly affect the market.
Yeah. I love it. So, you know what, Ken, I would love it just for everybody watching this right now. Just real quick, a little bit about MetalForming and what other machines you can talk about that are going to be in the booth.
Great. Yeah, so MetalForming is just celebrated its 25th anniversary last year. This year, we're in new ownership that started last year. So Jeff Stone had managed the company for years, came in, and part of that new buy-in is we want to bring technology to every one of these shows. We want to be the person that's constantly bringing new things. So what you're going to find with us is every time we show up, we're bringing something that's going to change the market. Every time. That's the goal. So it won't be the same thing every show. At this show, we have a lot of great new items on every corner of the booth.
Nice.
And everywhere we go, there's something you can do to take a swing at new technology. It's where the market's going. It also talks about the lineage of where we've come from, which is a great thing. So we have vendors that are over 105 years old. We have vendors that are relatively new in the market, in the domestic market, but they've been producing equipment for a lot of years and they've listened to what this market needs and they're producing it for us. And it's just a super exciting time.
That is so cool. You know, one of the things that Karen and I we were talking about earlier is just the growth and how special MetalCon is. And wondering, I just love kind of some of your thoughts, Ken. You've been in the industry a long time. You really, are a patron of MetalCon. How important is it to the metal building industry?
It's funny. We were talking about this the other day, and 33 years ago, I was blessed enough to be brought into this industry. And I've had the opportunity to grow up on both sides of it, both on the vendor side, on the contractor side, as a manufacturer's rep. And I remember in my very juvenile days that I was lucky enough to be able to go to MetalCon and be able to participate in seminars and see new technology. And in the past, nobody really knew how to do it. And everybody talks about the internet today and how great it is, but there's nothing better than touching something new and being able to see it. So, I'm going to encourage everybody from my 30 plus years of experience to show up at this show. Come into Las Vegas, back where I think it's some of the best shows we've ever had with MetalCon over the years. Get great participation. Come and visit all the vendors, not only MetalForming, even though you want to spend a bunch of time with us. I'll promise you that ahead of time. But come in and be able to not only see and touch, but talk to the people. And that's, I think, key is get to know who your partners in the industry are.
Yeah. And we are going to be bringing this live on Metal Coffee Shop YouTube. Karen,
I
gonna
know.
be
So
out
yeah,
there.
if you can't go to the show for whatever reason, or you're not going to be there on the first day, be sure to tune in to Metal Coffee Shop, our YouTube channel, because we will be broadcasting that live. So you don't have to miss it.
No, you don't. And we'll be doing interviews from the live sound stage all week long. So Ken, I know we're going to be there at 11 o'clock to see everything that's happening. But then I also know that we are going to be having you on our soundstage too. So really excited about that.
Great. No, we're super excited to participate in this. And I'm just really excited to where this market's going back to, what MetalCon's going to bring back into this industry.
Yeah.
We had our downtime in our little last reminisce where everybody stopped going to trade shows because we didn't have a choice. And now I think everybody wants to participate, wants to be involved, and we want to keep bringing value. And I think that's great. So I think anybody who's sitting on the fence and thinking about, should I go, shouldn't I go, buy a plane ticket, come see us. It'll be well worth the visit. If not, log in and watch it live because it's something you're going to want to see.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Well,
I
Ken.
don't want to say you must see it. Maybe that's the other thing.
Oh, that was a good one.
A must see.
Yes. So,
I love it. I love it. Okay. Well, we will be seeing you next week in person. It'll be coming live, and we can't wait for this reveal. Thank you so much for coming into the Weekly Blend and being a sponsor of this week's Weekly Blend. Thank you.
you're welcome, ladies. Have a great day. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. See you soon. And for everybody out there, this is the kind of stuff we're going to be doing. We are so excited about really looking at the Weekly Blend and bringing some of this cool, as it's happening stuff going on, Karen.
Yeah, that's so cool. I'm excited, and I'm kind of bummed I'm not going to be there, but I'll be watching.
But you're going to be someplace pretty special next week too. Want to mention that?
I will be in Omaha at the Midwest Roofing Contractors Association show. Myself and Anna. Yep.
Lots of great stuff going on there. You and Anna, and there's the YCC it's a Yellowstone theme, which I think is so fun.
They're encouraging everyone to dress up as their favorite character. I will be dressing up as Karen Edwards from Roofers Coffee Shop. But it's a welcome party, and it is a fundraiser as well. And then the second night, they have the foundation with the live and silent auction. That's always a great time. We're really looking forward to seeing everybody there. We are at booth 202. And we'll be broadcasting some live interviews on the Roofers Coffee Shop YouTube channel. We don't have a sound stage, but we've got some phones and some mics and a tripod, and we'll be bringing bits of the show to you.
So make sure you are subscribed and ring the bell on both on YouTube sites, Metal Coffee Shop and Roofers Coffee Shop.
Yeah.
So
and the Metal Coffee or MetalCon is going to have some additional live broadcasts happening thanks to New Tech Machinery, who are sponsoring the soundstage and making it all possible. Why don't you talk about that?
Yeah. So, well, first of all, we're in booth 1091, and it's going to be a full soundstage, and the Coffee Conversations and the live soundstage is sponsored by New Tech Machinery. Thank you, New Tech. And in fact, Terry McGuire from New Tech, along with Mark McDonald from Sherwin-Williams and Michelle Kettering from LTD Exteriors will be there for the live coffee conversations next week. So I'm really excited about that. I love all of them. It's going to be such an interesting conversation. And then we also have Karen, because we just don't have enough to do at all these things. But we are doing a live Metal Talk, which is the Metal Coffee Shop webinars from in our RLW series. And that's going to be with Nicole Pinta and Michelle Kettering also. And they're going to be talking about women in metal construction and really how that's looking, the training, what they're doing as metal roofing trainers. So that's going to be really interesting too. We just have so many different things going, including Metal and Mimosas, which is the first morning, which is a breakfast for women in metal construction.
Yeah, I think there's a waiting list for that. I think it's so popular that it's full, but get on the waiting list because, plans change. There's cancellations.
I was able to get somebody in yesterday because of cancellations. So
good.
It's working. I just think when you're talking about MetalCon, and I know we have both MRCA and MetalCon next week, which is, we have to admit, a bummer because we really like all being together. But They are both so important. We support our associations. The MetalCon is backed by the Metal Construction Association, who is just amazing. And so to have what's going on with metal forming and the big reveal and all the different things that are happening along with our sound stage, it's going to be a great week.
Sure is.
It is.
Looking
Okay.
forward to it.
So talking about weeks, Karen, we have quite the week going this week.
We do.
On demand tomorrow morning, or by the time this comes out, everybody will see we have our coffee conversations celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. So excited for this.
Yes. And the guests are all individuals who are going to be presenting at this year's International Roofing Expo in Spanish.
In Spanish. I know.
Yeah.
They're going to have a panel. I know all these folks. They are so awesome. I'm just going to go with first names, but we have Amparo from Latinos in Roofing. We have Laura and Teresa from Southeast Contracting. We have Jessica from Labor Central and Sergio from National Hispanic Contractors Association. And they're going to be talking about the importance of our Latino community, the importance of everyone celebrating and participating in IRE and what they're going to be doing, and really how Informa and IRE have embraced the Spanish language and are going to have that available to make people feel included and comfortable during IRE. So it's going to be a great conversation. Please catch it on demand. We're also just going to talk about the importance and the growth, the trends that we're seeing in not just the workforce, but in consumerism with the Latino culture and community. So pretty cool. And then we kind of taking that theme, same thing, we have a special RLW that is also going to be on demand. It's going to be tomorrow, Thursday, with Labor Central and SRS.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's really, really amazing partnership there, because they are connecting contractors with crews.
Yes.
All through an app.
Yeah, it is amazing. And SRS has launched this out through all their branches, so contractors can get to Labor Central through their branch. But we're going to be talking about really looking for labor in the right places, using technology, understanding crews, and really being that, again, that inclusion of having first languages in Spanish, making it so everyone can understand and be a part of what's going on. So
I think, like you said, looking for them in the right places is really important, because I'm in some social media groups, Facebook, LinkedIn, and I see people, hey, I'm looking for a crew in this area, and they say, oh, send me a message, but you don't know them. Right? What kind of work do they do? Are they insured? Do they, using a platform like Labor Central really allows you to vet and find the right match for you
and put it together. I agree 100%. It's going to be, we have so many of these continuing education going on, Karen, and I know people are out there probably going, oh my gosh, there's so much, but we are just seeing a thirst for it. And there is so much information. So please check out all of the webinars under the RLW navigation, and also all the coffee conversations on demand. They're great. I talked to somebody yesterday. They're like, I listen to them while I'm doing my stationary bike. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Okay. Awesome. That's awesome. Speaking of navigation, Karen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We made some changes, if you didn't notice, to our navigation on Roofers Coffee Shop. Kind of streamlined things, try to make it easier to find the information that you're looking for. We have an article in our newsroom that highlights exactly what changed and where things went. And if you can't find something, we have that handy search bar at the top of the page. Just type in what you're looking for and it'll pop up.
I love search bars. They are the best, but this navigation is a thing of beauty. It is really good. And it's across all three sites. So Metal Coffee Shop, Coatings Coffee Shop, and Roofers Coffee Shop. It actually started on Coatings Coffee Shop and has been working through Metal and now into Roofers. So, and if you see anything, or if you don't see anything, I should say, and you're kind of like, where is that? Feel free to drop us a note. You can always Heidi at RoofersCoffeeShop.com or info at RoofersCoffeeShop.com. Karen at RoofersCoffeeShop.com.
We're easy to find.
We'll take care of you. So, our influencers are pretty amazing. And we do, we plan out our schedule every year for the questions that we want to have. And Karen, we had something funny we discovered this morning.
We discovered that our October topic for our influencers is cybersecurity. And October just happens to be National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. How about that?
I wish we could say we had that planned.
We didn't. It just happened. But you know, you might think cybersecurity, I'm just a small business. That doesn't really apply to me, but it does. And here's some stats to tell you why it does. 43% of all cyber attacks target small businesses. 424% was the increase from last year to this year in the number of new small business cyber attacks. 400% increase from last year. It's crazy. And they target small businesses because they're the ones that are most likely not to have the right safeguards in place. So our influencers are talking about it. We have an article out there now from Steve Little from K-Post. And he details, he talked with his IT guy, right? Because, you know, not everybody knows. Get your IT people involved and take a look at what they do to protect their business. And he's got some really great tips out there. So keep coming back all month as we add to these, to the topic for the month. It's really important.
I love these influencers as they're doing things. But you know what else I also love? I love our
classifieds. I knew that.
You know, and so I have to say, really excited yesterday. I got on the classifieds and I was looking around and I saw that there are 10 kettles for sale out of Seattle. So go check it out. It's right up at the top. It is so cool with those kettles. And then Karen, I have to say also, I got an email from one of our roofing companies down in Louisiana, and she was like, I have an airless sprayer. Any ideas? So that is also on the classifieds right now. So if you're looking for a Graco 933 gas airless sprayer, there's one in Louisiana waiting for you. So love it. Go check out the classifieds. And Karen, I just have to say to you, safe travels next week. We're going to be going in opposite directions, but great stuff.
Yeah, but we'll be seeing all of you at METALCON, at MRCA, and just stop by. METALCON, what is our booth, Heidi? It's 1091.
1091.
MRCA, it's 202.
202. And we'll be coming to you next week with the weekly blend. We might try to get Karen and I both shows doing a little something, or we may have Megan and I on the soundstage. Who knows? But we will be back next week, one way or the other. So have a great week.
Bye.